Many Nigerians are about to make costly mistakes with Canada's new visa rules, and in this video I'll be breaking them down for you. Now, if you want to travel in the year 2025, there are some visa updates that you have to be mindful of, and in this video I'm going to be breaking them down for you. I don't want you to miss out on number 3 because it is extremely important. Hello guys, I'm so happy to be back. My name is Zuri, for those of you who do not know. For anyone that's stopping by for the first time, you are highly welcome. And for all of you who have stuck by me through this period, I'm really grateful. Thank you for your loyalty. Now today I have my laptop here and I'm going to be talking about Canada's visa rules for 2025. So those of you that want to travel in 2025 to Canada, you should definitely watch this video. And like I said, don't miss out on number 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you all the points I have written down here. I have my laptop here as usual. You know I don't record without my laptop, right? Let's start from number 1, okay? The very first one, which is extremely important, okay, is the proof of funds. I remember I did a video sometime last year about proof of funds. I think I should do an updated one, okay, because financial proof requirements is extremely important. It is still very important. As a matter of fact, it's more important than it was before when it comes to traveling to Canada and several other countries, okay? When it comes to proof of funds, it is extremely important. And so we're going to be talking about proof of funds. Now, depending on the kind of visa you're applying for, Canada has raised the minimum amount of proof of funds that you need. For study visas, you have to have about 21,000 Canadian dollars in your account before they even consider your application, okay? If you're applying for a study permit, okay? For visits, you might not have to have that much, but then you have to have extremely good proof of funds. And like I said in my video on proof of funds, please, if you've not watched that video, go back and watch it because it's still relevant this year as it was the last year, okay? Now, your account has to be grown. You don't just wake up one day and dump 30 million in your account all at a go. Okay, it has to be grown. So make sure that your proof of funds is grown, your bank statement is grown. So that's the very first point. Okay, your proof of funds have to be on point. Now, why is Canada doing this, right? Why is Canada doing this? This is because Canada has seen too many people come into their country and begin to struggle, right? So you have to prove to Canada that you can truly support yourself and you will not be a financial burden. Now let's talk about what this means for you. What this means for you is that you need to plan early. Like I said, I've said it in my video on proof of funds. If you know that you're traveling in 6 months' time, start planning your proof of funds now. Start transferring money into the account. Start putting the money together. Start gathering the funds, okay? Because I've seen a lot of times, some of my friends who are travel agents, they'll come to me and be like, oh, this client is on my neck. How do I generate 6 months proof of funds in 2 months? You know, and I'm like, that is very impossible. The client ought to have been growing his or her proof of funds way before now. So what I'm saying is, what this means for you is that you need to start early, okay? Start planning your proof of funds early. Start growing your proof of funds early so that when it's time, you can actually present a good and healthy proof of funds, okay? Don't put a lump sum into your account. If you want to learn more about how to show good proof of funds or mistakes that we make when it comes to proof of funds, go watch my video on proof of funds. I said a whole lot on that video and I gave you all the tips that you need in order to present healthy proof of funds. Now let's go to the second point. The second point is stricter biometrics and documentation. Now, when it comes to your documents, okay, the way your name is arranged, if your surname is before your first name and your middle name, all those things, little inconsistencies might land you a denial, okay? So make sure that your names are written the same way on all your documents. They are arranged the same way. They are arranged in the same order, okay? It is very important. If your documents don't match exactly across the board, you could face instant refusal. Also, when it comes to biometrics, please book your biometrics online and way ahead of time so that you have time. Now, you know, with Canada, They give you about 30 days to book your biometrics, right? You have a 30-day window. Make sure that you book. Some people always like to wait till the end, like almost the end of that 30-day window before they start looking for a date. Now, if you have 30 days to book your biometrics, you need to go online and check, because sometimes you might not even get a favorable date within those 30 days. Now, they are not saying that within these 30 days, go online and book. No, they are saying that your booking date, your biometrics date should be within these 30 days. Now, let's assume that thousands of people have already gone online and booked all the dates within maybe the first 20 days. It means that you have just about 10 days left for you to do your booking. That is why immediately you get your BIL, that is your biometrics instruction letter, you should go immediately to the portal to book your biometrics. Okay, don't wait till maybe 2 weeks later, because you see 30 days on the form. You now wait for like 2 or 3 weeks before you now say, okay, let me even check this thing out. Okay, I've seen situations where I sent somebody's biometrics instruction letter to them, and I was like, okay, go ahead and book your biometrics, this is the way to book it. And then the person slept for like 3 weeks. The person slept on it for that like 3 weeks, and when it was time to book, he went online and he couldn't find a date within the remaining days. Okay, it was a huge issue. So please, immediately you get your biometrics instruction letter, don't sleep on it and don't snooze. Try as much as possible to book a date as early as possible. And also triple check your documents. It's very important. Like I said, your name has to be the same, arranged in the same order across all the boards and all the documents. Everything has to be the same. Now let's go ahead to the third point. And the third point is priority processing for certain applicants. This is the point I told you not to miss, okay? And I'm going to explain what I mean by priority processing. Canada is now prioritizing certain applications. This means that if you fall into their preferred categories, your application would be, your file can be pushed ahead of others. And some people might ask, who are these preferred applicants? Who are these preferred people? You know, who are the people that they are going to prefer over me? Okay, don't worry, it's not as if they are segregating. But what I mean is that students or applicants who are applying to places with labor shortages, or maybe industries that are high in demand, okay, industries that Canada desperately needs, or students applying to labor shortages, those kind of people would be preferred. So what does this mean for you? The lesson here is, don't just apply randomly. If your goal is to go settle in Canada, or your goal is to go study in Canada or go work in Canada, you need to be strategic, okay? You need to do your research. If you're studying a course, study a course that aligns with what Canada actually needs, right? Don't just pick any random course, okay? If you're a worker and let's say you're applying to Canada, maybe for express entry or something, right? Choose a province, target a province that has shortages in your field. Target a province that has shortages in a particular field that you are choosing. Now, that way, your chances of faster approval would go up. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Let's go on to the next point, okay? This next point is quite funny and I'll tell you why, okay? The next point is longer processing times for some applications. I had someone who told me, oh, I'm going to apply now and hopefully in a month or two, I'll get my visa. And I was laughing because I said, which country are you applying to? He said, Canada. Now, not every application is going to be treated with speed. Not every application will be fast, okay? As a matter of fact, Canada is giving preference to some other categories. Visitor visa actually has a longer processing time than visas like maybe study visas. If you know that you're going to be traveling soon, start as soon as possible. As long as your documentation is on point and your proof of funds is on point, start as soon as possible to process your visa. Don't wait till last minute, because a lot of Nigerians make that mistake to say, oh, I will submit now and then in a month or two, you know, my stuff will be out, my visa will be out. I will go and do my biometrics and my visa will be out. No, I don't want you to be disappointed. So please start early. What does it mean for you in summary? All the points that I have raised today. These rules from Canada are not designed to keep you out, okay? They are not designed to block Nigerians, because I hear a lot of people saying, oh, they don't like us anymore and that is why they are making it tougher for us. No, they are not designed to block Nigerians. They're just trying to filter out people who aren't really prepared. If you keep your documents clean, you adhere to the rules when it comes to things like proof of funds, and if you apply strategically, then you have a really high chance of getting your visa. The difference is that Canada is now rewarding serious applicants and discouraging the casual ones who are not serious about their application. One thing I forgot to mention is travel history. If you have a good travel history, you would stand out. And also, if you are intentional, you will stand out. So it's actually a good thing for those of us who are intentional about our visa process. So my advice when it comes to Canada, my advice is simple. Number one, take your time. Number two, prepare properly. And number three, don't try to cut corners. If this video helped you, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're feeling generous, you can share this video with 1 or 2 people that you know are planning to travel to Canada. Also, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. If you would like me to do a full video about the provinces that Canada is prioritizing in this year 2025, because that's where the advantage is, right? So if you would like me to do a video on that, please drop it in the comment section and I definitely will. If you have any questions, if you have any contributions, please drop it in the comment section. I would actually like to see you again. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Till I see you in another video, take care.